joined by Cindi from ThoughtSpot. Cindi, thank you very much for joining me. It's wonderful to be able to speak to you in person, so that's fantastic.
Thanks for letting me in, Max.
Of course, always. So I'm curious in terms of where we're at the moment, with trends around data. What are you kind of seeing in the space that's really catching your attention?
Yeah, so the good news is that this is data and analytics moment.
Mm-hmm.
If you think a few years ago, data and analytics was a little bit in the back room, now it's really in the boardroom. And we see, as painful as the pandemic has been, it's really encouraged companies to accelerate their digital transformation plans. And at the heart of digital is data.
Yes.
If you're not tapping into that data, you're not transforming, you're not leveraging it.
Yeah, I think I've been yelling about that for long enough, and I think you have been as well, of like, data's got to be at the core of this. Data-driven culture is such a massive thing. Why are we not having as much of a... Obviously we're having a conversation, but why are organizations still not accepting what we're talking about?
Well, and let's parse that. Some organizations are, and I would call these the data and analytics leaders.
Very much so.
And some of them were digital natives. So you can say whether it's Amazon or Airbnb or Netflix, all digital natives. But if you go further and look at the companies that have transformed, and not so coincidentally, these were the early adopters of ThoughtSpot. So let's look in Europe. British Telecom, Schneider Electric. I have to think, who am I allowed to talk about? Just Eat.
Yeah.
Just Eat Takeaway.
Amazing.
And data is at the heart of these companies. They know that. I would say the rest are playing catch up, and they need to catch up, do or die.
Yes.
The gap between the leaders and the laggards actually has widened in the last year. And there's research from Accenture that talks about how the revenue growth is 2 to 3 times between the data and analytics leaders and the laggards.
That is quite a jump, isn't it, to kind of see how that goes across?
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of all of this then, what is exciting you though? We've obviously talked about the laggards that are there, but the people who are leading it and you helping out other companies, what's getting you excited at the moment?
Well, so I always look at the soft things and the technology. So the soft things that everyone understands, it takes more than technology alone to succeed.
Yes.
We are talking about culture change, people change management, creating a data-fluent workforce. And today, organizations would say only 24% of companies surveyed actually have a data-driven culture.
Yes.
So recognizing that importance, I think, is huge. That's good.
Yeah.
Because technologists like to keep throwing technology at the problem when it's not. It's people, it's power, it's politics, it's putting in the right incentives.
Yes.
So does that answer the first part of your question?
100%. You've got to bring everyone involved, haven't you? You really have, for sure.
Yeah, because people are excited about the future, but they're also afraid. Saying things like, is AI going to do away with my job?
Yes.
Or we talk about how dashboards are dead. Well, what replaces that?
Exactly.
And it actually is a more joyful future because you're not working on dumb extracts, add a sort, add a filter. So, but getting that education and messaging right is really important.
Yeah.
From a technology side, it's all about the cloud. And we look at the rise of cloud data platforms, it grew 31% in 2020. And people, and people were saying, well, we know we need to do this, but maybe it'll take 4 years, 5 years. And I think about one of the guests on the Data Chief podcast, Kraft Heinz. They actually had a multi-year cloud journey planned. They accomplished in 1 year what they had thought would take 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And getting your data in the cloud, it first off allows you to do more complicated analytics at scale. But just look at Big Data London. It opens up, as long as you have an open platform like ThoughtSpot, it opens up the work, the benefits, best of breed to the whole ecosystem.
Yes.
So if you think across that whole value chain, from capturing the data, transforming it, You can use products like Matillion, Fivetran. Put it in your favorite cloud data platform, whether it's Databricks or Snowflake, or the data mesh is a hot topic with Starburst data. Choose your best of breed analytics platform. That's the segment ThoughtSpot plays in. And then if you want to integrate forecasting, predictive analytics, choose Data IQ, Data Robot. And then let's connect and discuss that within Slack or Microsoft Teams. So the benefit of that cloud ecosystem is super compelling.
It's huge, and it's only going to get bigger, and it's so amazing to see the evolution of the past year. Obviously under terrible circumstances, but it did see everyone bring their projects up a lot quicker and saw that advancement going forward. So it's such an exciting space that we're in, and I feel like you and me could be here for hours if we went into data culture and cloud and everything that we need to do. But Cindi, it's been great talking to you. Thank you so much.
Great talking to you, Max. Thanks for having me here.
Anytime.